fantastic finish between Marshall and Louisiana. Carlos Del Rio Wilson to DeMarcus Lacey for 27 yards. Marshall goes up 41-34.
Great throw, great catch.
Louisiana, next drive, 23 seconds to go. Lunch, Winfield to Dale Martin. 41 all. We're headed to overtime.
I absolutely love this route. I love the throw. Excellent game right there by Louisiana.
In double OT, Winfield. Oh, he gets in. 54 to 51, a 105-point thriller on a college football Saturday.
Have the over, right?
For the ages. Could you imagine if you didn't hit that over, what that over would have been? EJ, Joey, and Matt, welcome into College Football Final, the show of record on a busy college football Saturday. Gentlemen, we talk about this all the time. Are the games going to live up to the hype?
This was a big weekend coming in.
No matter what.
This one's going to be good.
It was going to be a learning lesson, and the answer was yes, and then some. Let's start in the whiteout. Oregon, Penn State, Happy Valley. Could Penn State get over the hump? 3rd and 3. Dante Moore rolls to his right. Kenyon Sadiq, massive first down, gain of 23.
It's a 3-3 game. Nothing to watch here. It's boring, no offense. And then it got real fun.
But this is the point where there still wasn't anything. No, Whittington takes the handoff, gets hit hard, fumbles. Zachy Wheatley picks it up, runs the ball to midfield.
Here we go.
But the rest would review the play and determine that Whittington's knees were down. This was huge.
It grazed the grass.
Look at that.
Just touched a couple blades.
A couple blades, that's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
Again, 3-3 with 3 minutes left in the third.
Nice
Finally, a touchdown.
A nice tunnel screen right there to De'Aaron Hill Jr. He gets upfield. Good throw, too, to lead him upfield well by Dante Moore.
So now 10-3, start of the fourth quarter. Moore to DeCorian Moore. 29-yard gain. That was a big third down conversion.
Yeah, this is honestly game over.
Yep.
Penn State's offense had been terrible for 3 quarters. We're getting to the fourth. If they go up 17-3, you can pack it in.
And you're thinking that's going to be the case. George Davidson takes it in 17-3 Ducks.
Yeah, that added a lot of pressure to this Penn State offense, but they actually go out and answer, fellas.
You could Drew Allard get it done on the big stage. Here he finds Devontae Ross. They are right back in the game.
And Drew Allard didn't have a great game, but that is a great throw.
Yeah.
When they needed it to get back in the game.
So they hold Oregon, 4th and 1. Allard, 2 yards, first down, Penn State. Watch the clock because it was clear they were going. They knew this was their final drive of the game. 1st and goal. Allard fakes the pitch. Ross for the touchdown, ties it.
This is an amazing play call because truly for Oregon, they probably didn't know who had the football in this direction right there. Easy walk in.
In overtime, Trevor Pena, 16 yards, 1st and goal for the Syracuse transfer.
And Penn State running the football is how their offense works. It's how they score their points, run the ball.
Very next play, Katron Allen for 4. Penn State grabs the lead.
Look, this was the point of the football game where that offensive line for Penn State said, you know what, just follow me, big fellas, we got you.
Dante Moore's turn, runs for the first down, keeps the game alive for Oregon in overtime. That was 4th and 1.
Where's the ball?
I don't know. Well, it's in the end zone now.
It's in the end zone now.
Jamari Johnson ties it at 24. Let's go to the second overtime. First play from scrimmage, second OT, Moore, Gary Bryant Jr., 25-yard score.
And you know what? Gary Bryant Jr. will get the credit for the touchdown, but look at the pocket presence and the maneuvering by Dante Moore to get that throw off.
You have to go for 2 in the second overtime. First play for Penn State. Dylan Thieneman picks off Allard, and it's over.
Wow. Man.
Unbelievable finish in Happy Valley, but Oregon goes on the road and gets a classic. First road win against the top 5 team since 2021.
Unbelievable job, man, of our guys keeping their composure. We said this game's going to be about 1,000 cuts, right? Every cut matters. Every cut matters. And eventually, hit the jugular. That was it right there. Unbelievable focus. Our quarterback is an absolute all-star. Our team, man, special, man, special.
We had tons of opportunities to win this game. There's going to be a lot to learn from it, obviously. The way college football is today, there's going to be very few teams that finish the end of the season unscathed. And we got to learn from this. We got to have a great week next week. We got to tune out all the noise. And we got to get better from this and get on a roll for the rest of the season. So,
all right, here's what you need to know about James Franklin in Penn State. 4-21, that's a big one. Top 10 opponents under James Franklin. but they've lost 15 consecutive games to top 10 opponents from the Big Ten. That's the third longest active streak behind Maryland and Rutgers. So he's right, the noise is going to be loud this week. So while that was going on, simultaneously, Alabama and Georgia between the hedges turned into a classic on its own. Ty Simpson was like, you know what? This is my time to shine, especially after the Florida State loss in week 1. How about this to Ryan Williams? Perfect throw, but...
Great throw. Ryan Williams,
Come on,
the classic, trying to run before you look the ball in.
Could not bring it down.
A lot of game left.
3rd and goal, Simpson, Jeremy Bernard, tied strike first.
Jeremy Bernard, though, has been reliable all season long to this point. Good route, good finish.
That was a Georgia transfer, so he's getting one against his former team. And Isaiah Horton, it's 14-0.
And Ty Simpson, those 2 throws in traffic, terrific.
Gunnar Stockton comes back, though. Colby Young wide open, 14-7.
I mean, wide open, a ton of air in that football. Wasn't sure what was going to happen, but good catch by Young.
But you knew Georgia was going to fight back here. Chauncey Bowen's huge run, 43 yards.
And this is now looking like it might be Georgia's momentum. It's their game. They're back in it, and they're moving the football on the ground.
Toss left, Bowen, 17-14.
And we said it before the game, the trenches up front for the offensive line, paving the way right there. Walk in for Bowen.
Play of the game, Simpson to Caden Proctor.
Big fella, this is when you're having fun. This is when you feel like, hey, anything will work now.
6'7", 360 a meat.
That's going to be on his draft tape, too.
I mean, it needs to be.
Oh, yeah.
Simpson, you know what? I'll get this, big fella. 24-14 Alabama leads at the half. Early third, same score. Alabama, 43-yard field goal attempt.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my.
That's a little, that's a little off.
On that one.
Oh, my gosh.
Wide left.
Would that come back to bite? Dylan Bell, the handoff. Fakes it to Zachariah Branch. Bell turns on the Jets. Gain of 43.
It's a big gain of 43, but excellent job by the safety right there, running them down, at least making Georgia earn it here.
Later in the drive, how about this by Alabama? And the second effort, though, by Josh McCray. Georgia now within 3.
The second half of this football game was a physical, who's the toughest team at the end?
Alabama 8, 4th and 1, down 3. They elect to not kick the field goal and tie it.
Yeah, it's tough because in this portion of the game, you expect your offensive line to get you a yard, but technically, you kick that field goal, you tie the game up, put more pressure on Alabama's offense.
There were no more points scored in the game after that decision. No more points.
Does that bother you?
It lost in the game. Could have.
Yeah, you seem bothered.
Coaches all of a sudden stopped liking points. You could have tied the game. Instead, you lose by that margin, 24-21. 10 of 11 now for Alabama over the Dogs.
You knew, Coach, this was going to be a fist fight throughout. How would you describe the way that your team was able to come away with a huge win on the road?
Yeah, we talked about the old school 15-round heavyweight fight, and that's what this was going to be. And was proud of the fight that these guys had. You know, we took some punches now and then, but we just kept punching back. And these guys continue to get better and better as we see today. It's a heck of a team we faced right there, especially on the road in this environment.
We got to do a better job as coaches to help those players start better. It's because we're spotting people too much and not executing at a high level. And sometimes it's execution. Sometimes it's, hey, they got a good call, they got a good play called, and they out-execute us. But if I didn't think we could cover them or didn't think we could stop them, it'd be disappointing. But to do it in the second half is certainly frustrating for us.
Since taking over Georgia in 2016, 7 of Kirby Smart's losses have come against the Crimson Tide. You just can't find a way to beat them. Another one goes down for the Dogs against the Tide. Let's continue in the SEC. Lane Kiffin, you remember the struggle with James Franklin? 2-11 in his career against AP top 5 opponents. So could he buck that trend against top 4 LSU, coming to town, feeling good? Garrett Nussmeier in that offense, trying to prove that they can get something going. First quarter, I mean, guys, you knew it was going to be one of those days when this tip pass to Nick Anderson off the deflection goes for a touchdown.
And it's a great drive early for LSU to go down the field. A little luck at the end, but they go up 7-0, and offensively, they needed to get off to a good start.
And because we hadn't seen it in the prior weeks. They'd been struggling just a bit. Now 7-3 rather. Kyron Lacey makes it 10-7 Ole Miss.
Yeah, a great job by Lacey going between the tackles, finding it 23 carries today, 87 yards in that one touchdown.
How about this, just before they have 18 seconds left, Trinidad Chambliss to Caden Lee for the touchdown.
How about Chambliss in his third start? He looks like he's been playing quarterback for Ole Miss for a very long time.
Now 17-13, Logan Diggs makes it Ole Miss 24-13.
Offensive line got to get some love on that one. The right guard able to pave open a hole for Diggs to run through.
8 minutes left, same score. LSU going forward on 4th down, but look at this. Kyle Parker is tackled. Buddy extends the ball. I mean, this was a game of inches.
LSU was 2 of 11 on 3rd down, so they needed to go for it on 4th.
And LSU right back in it. Harry Berry takes it in, 24-19. They would fail on the 2-point attempt. But here comes Chambliss. Can he get him the win? 3rd and 4. Steps out of bounds, short of the line. So next play, ball game's on the line right here. Look at this play call by Lane
Beautiful
Kiffin.
play call. Smart play to get down and let's run the clock out.
Daquan Wright seals it. The home team has won the last 6 in this, and Lane Kiffin gets his big win over the Tigers.
Coach, a lot was made of LSU's defense headed into this game. What kind of statement did your defense make in this one?
Well, LSU has a great team. They have great players. That's one of the best rosters in America. And it was a tough game, like these games always are. Luckily, we've been able to win the last 3 at home.
But we didn't play complementary football, which you have to do in this league. You have to be able to complement your offense and defense. And we were out of sync with that. You know, when our offense started to move the ball a little bit, our defense couldn't make a stop. In the first half, we couldn't do anything offensively. We settled for a field goal, or in one instance, we throw a pick down there. We just couldn't get this whole group playing together with the same effectiveness that you need to win games like this.
What about Trinidad Chambliss, though? We mentioned it during the highlight. His 3rd straight game with 300 passing yards, 50 rushing yards, the longest streak by an SEC player in the last 30 years. Much more on Ole Miss and Chambliss and all that coming up. But, I mean, what a Saturday. We just went through the 3 biggest games of the day, and each and every one of them lived up with the hype. I want to start back at the whiteout with Oregon and Penn State. Credit both teams for going back and forth, but in the end, it was Dante Moore and the Ducks that got it done on the road.
Dante Moore's ability to move outside the pocket, guys, because Penn State did a good job getting after him. We talked about the Dennis Sutton and that pass rush that Penn State will provide. But his ability to ad-lib and keep plays alive, that's really what opened this thing up for Oregon to get back into it. It was 3 for 3 for so long in this football game. But when Dante Moore was able to get some quick runs, then some big-time throws, excellent play calls there offensively with Oregon, that gave them the edge as the game went on.
Penn State scored 3 points in the first 3 quarters, 7 first downs. In the last quarter, 21 points, 8 first downs. And so you're Oregon, you're on the road in a whiteout. It's going to be a tough situation. And for them to hold on and win this game in overtime says a lot about what Oregon is. We talked all along about these 2 teams haven't played anybody, so we needed to see this matchup. I think both teams walk out of this with something, but this Oregon team, they don't play Ohio State. They don't play Michigan. So now they have the first leg up in this conference and the ability to make it to the Big Ten championship.
That's right. They threw the first punch in a conference that we believe is going to come top heavy, the teams we always talk about in the Big Ten. On the other side of the big games on Saturday, you got Alabama going on the road against Georgia. Now, here was the talk about Alabama after Florida State. Kalen DeBoer's lost the program. They're doing this, they're doing that, breaking all that garbage. Ty Simpson, in one night, put all that conversation aside, Joey, to let everybody know Alabama's back in one of those teams in the SEC.
But let's think about Kalen DeBoer since he's been at Alabama. They finished the season losing to Oklahoma, go 9-4, miss the playoff. They go to the bowl game, lose to a Michigan team that can't throw a pass to save their life. They come into this season, they lose to Florida State early, and they didn't look good when they did it. They wanted to run him out of town. To think a few weeks later that this team could come and play a Georgia team and look like they did, especially in that first half. They had 260 yards in the first half, 135 in the second half to hold on, 24 points.